Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to part 2 of my Robert Mapplethorpe sketchbook spread. Sorry that this is not a visual recorded intro. I simply ran out of time. You will have to forgive me. But if you are new here, welcome to my channel. We are so glad to have you. If you are returning, welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed this very chill video this week. And if you want something a little more serious, a little more longer form, please feel free to go peruse the rest of my channel. There are plenty of other videos there for you to watch as well. Okay, so to start off this video, we are of course just picking up where we left off in part 1. If you have not watched part 1, please go watch that and then come back and watch this video. We are starting, of course, with this bodybuilding lesbian right next to another one. And this one turned out so much better, you guys. I think it was just because, like I talked about in part 1, the practice of the first one allowed me to just lock in on this one. But I will say the first one does look better from this angle. It's hard for me to film from my left side because I'm left-handed. I would just be covering up too much. So I apologize for the fact that you guys are only getting to see it in this video from a good angle. But it is what it is, you guys. I'm left-handed. I'm sorry. I can't do anything about that. And then, of course, I'm also going in with lavender for some of my other shadows, just for some color variation, and because it's at its fullest saturation, it is still brighter than Moonglow, so I can use it in my lighter areas and be a little bit less worried. So I do like it for that too. But I think that this color is named wrong. I don't think that it's lavender really at all. To me, lavender is not very pink, but it's a pinky purple or a neutral purple. This is like periwinkle. It's almost blue, and lavender is pretty much damn near lilac in my opinion, which is not periwinkle. That's for damn sure. But I do like it. That's not to say I don't like this color. I do really like the color, and I think that at its full saturation, it's a really bright, fun shade, and I like the subtle granulation it has going on because that complements the like really heavy grains of the darker tones in this palette. But I just wish they named it periwinkle or a fun out there name instead of just like lavender, because lavender is a flower. We know what it looks like. It's a specific color, and this is not that. And then here I am adding just some touches of warmth to the hot spots of the body, if you will, with the Piamontide Genuine, which is just a really pretty burnt sienna color. You can't see it that well because it has to be censored for YouTube, unfortunately. So if you want to see the uncensored version, please go look at my Twitter or my Instagram. They are both PVNK3LF, just like my YouTube channel. But yeah, I think that this color really just helps the piece come alive. It takes it from monochromatic blue-purple to like a warm, fleshy, just desaturated portrait. And I enjoy that a lot. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't really have a whole lot of notes on this painting in terms of things that I was like trying to keep in mind while I was painting it, or like things that I was struggling with, or things that I don't like that I feel like I could do better. Like, all in all, I think that this painting turned out really good. I think it's the best one on the page, aside from the first one. And it was just pretty much smooth sailing. I didn't struggle. I just did the formula that I developed for the other paintings. If you haven't seen part 1, this is the 5th out of 6 paintings on this page. And so by this point, I knew what I wanted. I knew how to work the colors, and I just did the formula that I had. I put down the moon glow, I put down the lavender, I add Piamontide in the warm spots, and then just build that skeleton up until it looks right. The only real difference between these watercolors and my gouaches and oils, which I usually work with, which was, I guess, my main learning hump, was I usually work from dark to light, and this time I had to work light to dark. But it wasn't too crazy of a learning curve. I was able to make the switch, as you can see. And yeah, that's basically all I have to say about this piece, other than the bush is kind of sickening. The way that the color pools, the Piamontide, it like granulates it. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Please go look at the uncensored version, if not just for the bush. But yeah, I will leave you with that to finish watching me paint this. Think of the bush and go look at her when you finish this video. Okay, and we are basically wrapping this one up. Here's me peeling off that tape so you can see it in her full glory. Well, 90% of her glory, with those crisp edges. For those of you who didn't watch part 1, I do leave the edges taped to some backing paper just so it doesn't warp too bad. That's a little secret of mine. And we have finally come to the last painting. Now, this one is the only one that's not, like, blatantly NSFW or, like, explicit, I guess. But I chose it just because I really liked it, and I wanted another one with a black studio background. And I think that I handled this black studio background a lot better than the one with Little Miss star headpiece up there in the corner. And like we talked about in part 1, I think that's largely due to the fact that I used the moon glow as like my darkest shade and like my stand-in for black in every aspect of that painting except that top corner, because I was trying to add some variation in the color by adding that blue, but I think I just didn't put it in enough places to where it felt like a cohesive, oh, sometimes the black is purple and sometimes the black is blue. Instead, because it lines up with the light source and it's just only in that spot, it feels like that is the light that's coming down from the corner. So when I was doing this piece, I was very, very intentionally just using the moon glow in the background so that it would just read as black, because the moon glow is essentially my stand-in for black or gray. Now I got real frustrated here because I paused the recording just to deepen up that background, because I was like, oh, they don't need to see me paint this background like 4 times in a row just to get it dark enough. And then I fucking forgot to play the recording and I painted half of the like skeleton of their bodies without you guys even looking. But so that I can just tell you what I did, I first went in and I did those moon glow shadows on the left, and then I added in my lavender on those parts that are being hit by that direct light, so it's just that super blown out shadow. And then I added very, very, very light washes of that Piamontide to get that soft blush effect on that stark white paper, because that color is so pigmented and it's really dark. And so I had to be really careful like building that up. I did like wipe a lot of it off, and I think that's how I was able to get that softness in the blushes. I did also do their faces many times each. These watercolors were weirdly reactivatable. I've never had watercolors that reactivate this much, but I was literally able to like mess up the face, put some water on there, and wipe it off. So that was nice. Like I said also in part 1, this paper can hold so much water. Like, so much water, it's kind of crazy. Anytime I messed up, I just put water on there and like wiped it off. And the paper is fine. None of my paper pilled, none of it got too warped. Like, the paper is totally fine. So I am very, very pleasantly surprised by the state of this paper, like I said in part 1. And here you're also getting to see the Piamontide in its full glory, because there's no sensors on this piece, which is gorgeous and beautiful. And you can see how it really works to liven up the painting and make it go from like a monochromatic grayscale piece to a sort of living but dull color palette. And then I went against everything I said and added some blue. But this time I added it in the top corner and the bottom corner, which is the shadows, and it looks right this time. I think it's also just because it's darker. So, yay, it looked right. And we're finally finished. We've gotten to the peel stage. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a little bit shorter than usual. Sorry, I also didn't really have a lot to talk about. I'm mostly scheming and planning in my head for the next few videos. I might have to skip a week. I'm not entirely sure. I will let you guys know in a text post closer to next Friday. But I'm currently in the process of making an outfit for a ball that I might possibly maybe walk in. I will be posting the video of myself making the outfit regardless of whether or not I walk, but it's gonna take me a minute. It's gonna take me a hot second. There's prop fabrication involved, there's sewing involved, and I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to get it done in a timely manner, but I'm trying for you guys. I might have a painting video next week for you, or I might have a prop making video for you. I'm not entirely sure. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like these paintings, please like, comment, and subscribe. Which one is your favorite? Did you watch part 1? Please let me know what you think in the comments. Bye.